Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of CoinNewsExtra Interview Session. It's a program where we invite innovators, experts in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech space to come talk about what they are doing, the state of the ecosystem, and some possible outcomes for the future. So today, I have a great innovator joining us all the way from Italy. He is Daniele Marinelli, the founder of DTcoin. Daniel, you're welcome to CoinNewsExtra.
Nice to meet you. It's a very big honor for me to stay here with you, my friend.
It's our pleasure to have you. You are doing amazingly well and contributing greatly into the ecosystem. So that's why we look forward to what you are doing and how we could further the what you're doing and also to get the ecosystem to get richer and better. So we'll be looking at enhancing global trade through blockchain and cryptocurrency. We're seeing what is happening today in the ecosystem and most especially in the world, the pandemic, what is happening, how the pandemic is disrupting a lot of things. And there have been a lot of debate around international trade and how to facilitate it. So that's why we are looking towards this topic. So, but before we proceed with some of the questions that follow suit, let's have a brief about yourself and your background.
But listen, now, of course, there is a very difficult time because the pandemic is locking all the world, and all the world is looking what will be the future. And of course, there is a big problem linked to the economical crisis that, of course, will arrive in the next months. But at the same time, we have a very big opportunity because thanks to COVID, a lot of people stay at home. And when people stay at home now is obligated to approach and use technical instruments that never in their life used in the past. Like, for example, Zoom to connect people, or Skype, or simply navigate online thanks to Google. So I see that in any difficult time there is an opportunity, and the real opportunity in this time is that people is approaching to these instruments as well as looking with a very interest to cryptocurrencies. Look what happened in the last months. A lot of people is approaching to cryptocurrencies for the first time in their life. Of course, there is a problem. It's the problem because a lot of people is looking for cryptocurrencies, but don't have the right knowledge to make trading in cryptocurrencies. And for this,
let me ask you a question.
Sorry.
What are some of the challenges facing global trades before we move forward to see how blockchain and crypto can play a role? What are some of the challenges facing this ecosystem, the global trade?
This is a very good question because during other interview that I done in the past, nobody asked me what is the challenge. All people is asking me simply what I think about cryptocurrencies, but there are a lot of challenges that we have to solve. The first is that all companies in the world that is working on blockchain and cryptocurrencies need to work strongly to make instruments very simple to use. I look in a future, my grandmother that is able to use cryptocurrencies, not like now that there are exchanging and trading platform very difficult to understand and very risky to use. And this is one of the first challenge. The second challenge is that people like you, for example, you have a very big responsibility because thanks to your work, you can give your contribution to all the world to educate people to a right use of cryptocurrency. I think that is a little bit stupid that people take money from the bank, put inside the cryptocurrencies to make trading with a lot of risk and put back in the bank. So I think that thanks to a lot of programs like you now, we can all together educate people to a right way to look for what happened. Government rules are working to regulate the system to approach people at the cryptocurrencies. And I hope and I'm sure that the future of cryptocurrencies use. And for this, I think that these are the very big two challenges that we have to solve in the next year.
Yeah, interesting to know. I want to look at, we are talking about enhancing global trade through blockchain and cryptocurrency. So, what's with the pandemic? How can blockchain and cryptocurrency facilitate global trade?
Of course, now in pandemic time, people is changing their mind. People is understanding now finally that there are not just American, European, Africans, Russians or Chinas, but pandemic put people inside a very real trust that all people are the same, fighting with a problem. So thanks to cryptocurrencies, we have the opportunity that I hope in the future that we have no barriers, no walls that divide people from a state or another state, country for another country, but we can use the same system in all the world. And approaching to cryptocurrencies, all people is equal and are the same to the same system. So I see that a lot of company and a lot of people is looking for the global trade thanks to cryptocurrencies, not in the like in the past with dollars, euro, yen, China. One cryptocurrencies, one word, one system that is connecting for the first time in the history all people in all the globe. And this is amazing in my opinion, because never in the history was something like this.
Interesting. You've been able to mention about some of the challenges when it comes to making use of cryptocurrencies, and you made mention of making the platform so simple, and also some other things that you made mention. So, as the founder of DTcoin, how is it playing a role in transaction and remittance?
But DTcoin is a very particular coin because, in my opinion, I think that it's too risky to create a cryptocurrencies that don't have a real value based. So the value is just made by trading online. I think that to be usable and spendable, a coin need, of course, a value. A real value based on that the coin can exist independent of the trust that the traders have in a coin. So I created the DTcoin where the value is based on big data generated by a community. What I mean, imagine all people that now using web, is using Google, mail, messaging apps, Facebook or Instagram. They are generating a lot of data every day more data. And all this data are used by a lot of a company like Google or Facebook to worth billions of dollars every year. Imagine a community where all members inside the community continue to do the same things that they are already doing, going on web, using messaging apps, but the data that they are generating every day, a part of the profit of this and the value of this data are recognized directly to the members thanks to a cryptocurrencies that have the value increasing based on the quantity of data generated of a community. It's mean, in a way, a coin that have a real value based on digital asset, of course, but a real value based. And the second way, a coin where increasing the members, increasing the quantity of data generating every day, can increase the value of the coin, because the quantity of coin in the world is always fixed. If you increase the quantity of data, of course you are increasing the value of the coin. So in my opinion, I think that could be a solution to have a cryptocurrencies that can increase your power purchasing every day, simply having a coin, and a coin that you can really exchange or spend in a shops like you are already doing. Of course, we are working to make simple instruments ready to use, like for example dedicated debit card, like for example dedicated app on the smartphone, simple to use. Because as I told you, my friend, I'm looking for all these people. I'm looking for my mother and my father. And I want to give them the opportunity to have cryptocurrency in their wallet, not just for young people that is looking for speculation.
Interesting. Lastly, before we draw the curtain on today's episode of CoinNewsExtra interview session, there have been a lot of debates about cryptocurrency, most especially the leading ones, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and some other altcoins. So there have been a lot of things talking about cryptocurrency that is a speculation, is a bubble, and all the rest of it. But this year, we've been able to see a lot of institutional bodies, the likes of PayPal, coming on board. So, how do you see the future of blockchain and cryptocurrency with all these that are happening?
What I see is different for what I hope, because now I see in a market thousands of coins, different technologies, and a lot of companies that is fighting every day to have a part of the market. I think that is not the right way. Otherwise, we risk to have the same situation that we have now with fiat money: dollars, yen, rupee, and a lot of coins. So imagine if all companies can work together and share technologies for a most performing technology, very simple to use. We don't need thousands of coins. We need few coins, very strong and very real value based. What I mean, thanks to blockchain, we can, for example, share technology inside the same system, and any company have satisfaction because blockchain can control and certify what is the rule of a company inside a system. So it's done me. It's in my opinion, I think that we really have to work together for this future, and not to risk to fight for many technologies and many systems, many coins. It's stupid. We can really work all together for a mass adoption, and of course we can go in a way where mass adoption can finally convince government and banks that they are really risking to lose people, and people can have the power to be stronger in front of bank and government system.
Interesting. It has been an amazing time out with you. A very wonderful topic, enhancing global trade through blockchain and crypto. We really appreciate you joining us, Daniele Marinelli, the founder of DTcoin. Thank you very much, Daniel, for joining us.
Thank you very much. I told you it's a very big honor for me to stay here, because I have a big community in Africa too. I love Africa. So I will be very happy to see this interview online and look forward to go online. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you. You are doing amazingly well in the ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Of course, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year. Yes. Okay.